Some sad and very frank, heartbreaking news from the world of sumo wrestling this morning as legendary Yokozuna or Grand Champion Akebono passed away due to heart failure. Akebono was an iconic sumo wrestler. Born Chad Rowan May 8th, 1969 in Hawaii. He was of Hawaiian descent and grew up with two younger brothers. One of them was actually also a sumo wrestler for a period of time. He went to Hawaii Pacific University, where he was planning to study for a career in hotel management because of the way that Japanese tourists would come into Hawaii. But he was interested in sumo wrestler. A family friend introduced him to Takamiyama, who was the first foreigner to win a tournament. All that. There were rumors that Rowan would be too tall for sumo wrestling, but agreed to let him join his stable. He adopted the Chikona or ring name of Akebono, meaning New Dawn in Japanese. He made his pro debut March 1988. He was actually entered in sumo wrestling around the same time as the great Oseki or champion Kaio and the great and two great Yokozuna grand champions Takahata and his brother Wakanohana. Akebono rose rapidly through the ranks and actually reached Sekawake or the third highest division before having a losing record. He looked pretty impressive and all that. Akebono actually broke out in 1992 in January, getting a 13-2 mark, losing the top division championship to Takahata. But a second 13-2 mark in May meant he won his first tournament and promotion to Oseki or champion. In November 92 and January 93, as you know, sumo has tournaments every other month. He won the tournaments. And automatically, sumo has it that if you're an Oseki or champion and you win two straight titles, you go to Yokozuna. However, there were some doubts because the Yokozuna Deliberation Council weren't so sure because they didn't know if a foreigner could have the grace and dignity to be a Yokozuna. However, the council said that, he looked good. And one person even said, it makes me forget he's a foreigner because of his earnest attitude towards sumo. And based on the fact that there was no Yokozuna for 8 months, which was rare back in those days, they decided to promote him to Yokozuna. He was a long-standing Yokozuna, getting 8 years in the rank and winning 8 titles. In May 1997, in one of the most memorable sumo tournaments that I found out through ESPN when they did sumo coverage, he beat Takanohana twice on the final day to win a battle for the first time in over 2 years. The competition between Akebono and Takanohana was fierce. They actually fought 50 times against each other and both won 25. And more even matchup you can't have. Akebono actually was made to do a sumo ring ceremony at the opening ceremony of the 1998 Nagano Olympics, only because Takanohana was sick and couldn't do anything. So he did his job and all that. Akebono did have injury problems because of his height and weight. Yeah, sumo wrestlers were not usually his height and weight and all that. He was 6'8" and 514 pounds at his peak. In 2000, he shocked a lot of people by being injury free and winning 76 of a possible 90 bouts because 6 tournaments, 15 bouts a year made 90, and won 2 tournaments, being a runner up in 3 tournaments. So basically, Akebono made kind of a move and all that. Unfortunately, that would be the last time he would win a Basho in 2000. He was known for his fighting style and my favorite, the Supari or slaps to the face. You can slap a sumo wrestler to the face. All that. After winning his 11th title in 2000, he suffered another injury, and he decided to sit out. Well, once he sat out the January 2001 tournament, he decided to retire. He became a member or an elder of the Japanese Sumo Association as a oyakata or coach, and would actually train as a shoryu who went on to win a promotion. Akebono also decided to try his luck in kickboxing and martial arts, mixed martial arts, due to the fact that he had a financial problem because he had a restaurant that failed and a lot of financial difficulties. Unfortunately, his kickboxing and mixed martial arts mark was 1 in 13, making him the name of Makebono, as in Make mean Japanese for loss. But, Akebono did what he could. Akebono also was a WWE wrestler for some time. He was in an angle of the Big Show after Japan hosted a SmackDown taping. Akebono and the Big Show would face each other at WrestleMania 21 in a sumo match and all that. Akebono actually said he was honored by Big Show willing to do a sumo match. He did a WWE match defeating a jobber. However, Akebono did beat the Big Show at WrestleMania 21. It was kind of staged, but still, it was good to see sumo at a WWE event, WrestleMania. I know it's one of the worst WrestleMania matches of all time, but it's not the worst, thankfully. He went to All Japan Pro Wrestling, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Hustle. He was a wrestler. Too. Akebono was an icon for Japanese people and all that. In 1996, he became a Japanese citizen, giving up his American citizenship and changing his legal name from Chad Rowan to Akebono Taro. He actually married a woman by the name of Christiane Reiko Kalina, a teacher who was also Japanese American descent, having 2 sons and a daughter. Akebono had health issues, and in 2018, he was in a medically induced coma for 2 weeks and lost 130 pounds and could not walk. All that. Akebono, for a period of time, could not speak and all that. But Akebono was a legendary sumo wrestler for all time. Akebono has died of heart failure at the age of 54. We'll be back.